has only been in for one season?
Not even a season. This has been in for a couple months.
Dude, good work. So compare and contrast this water feature versus the one that you had at your old house.
The one at my old house my husband put in.
Okay, and she laughs. Michelle, what town are we in?
We are in Portage, Michigan.
Portage, Michigan. It's a rainy day. We are with Chris Ostrander of Living Water Landscapes, and we are at a pond that you recently built, right?
This year.
This year, okay.
Yep, this was installed this spring, and we worked with a local landscaper, so they did the landscaping right after we left, and we came in and did the water feature.
Lead the way, my man. Woo! This has only been in for one season?
Not even a season. This has been in for a couple months.
Dude, good work. Man, oh man. I love the log. Oh, and there goes all the frogs jumping in. What a nice backyard. Hello.
Hi, nice to meet you.
You are?
Cindy Tobin.
How did this all come about, Cindy, with Chris?
Well, we moved into our house and all we had was beautiful mud.
Uh-huh.
So I worked with Murray Landscaping and they came over.
So this is a newer house for you?
We've lived here a year and a half.
Okay.
He started talking about a plan and we said, well, we want a pond because we had a small pond at our last house.
And you liked it?
And I liked it.
Uh-huh.
So he told us about Chris and Living Water Landscaping Systems. He came over and my small pond turned into my waterfalls and my bigger pond. And
so this is a bigger,
continue to morph as the years go on.
I like this lady.
When I came, we were talking about a 8 to 10 foot pondless waterfall.
Wow, you went from a pondless waterfall to a pond.
Yes, I did.
Yes, in about an hour.
Didn't take very long.
Well, I could tell you're a gardener.
I love to garden. I love plants. I love things to look natural, like nature. So.
Well, when I walked back here, the first thing I thought was this is only the first season. Like I thought this pond had been here for years.
No, the pond, when he was done with it, looked like it was here the whole entire time, and that the house was built up to the pond rather than the pond being built after.
So compare and contrast this water feature versus the one that you had at your old house.
The one at my old house my husband put in.
Okay, and she laughs.
So when you looked at it, there was just the liner, like the typical
fair liner
job, with several silicone patches in the bottom of it, and it looks like really it was built here. I love the rock in the bottom of it. It makes it just look very natural. The fish love it. It's a great place to sit outside in the morning. I usually have a couple chairs over here and
yep.
Just sit outside, listen to the water, and drink your coffee. It's
relaxing.
Meditative state.
That's living the Aquascape lifestyle. What do people say that come to your house for the first time and see this?
They love it.
Yeah.
They all will come around the corner and they all will stop and say, can I see this pond? Oh my gosh, this is amazing. I just had a painter here this morning and he actually stopped his quotes to come outside. And
he's not used to seeing something like this, which is exactly why we do these vlogs.
Very unique. The logs are amazing. My daughter was just sitting on one the other day. The ecosystem has come to us because we now have some frogs living in the pond as well. So she'll come out here and watch the little frogs jump. The birds will land on the waterfalls and they use it to fluff their feathers.
It's nature at home. Well done. It's an absolutely beautiful and spectacular water feature. So you're happy with Living Water Landscapes?
I am completely happy with Living Water Landscapes. They will be coming back next year.
Are you completely happy with Chris?
I'm completely happy. And with Cindy.
So Greg, this had railings on it. Look over there to your right.
Yeah.
As we're building the pond, I hear this noise. I look up, and Cindy is with a sawzall cutting the railings off the net.
So you don't mind getting your hands dirty?
I do not. You know, I was sitting outdoors at night and the lights come on and it's just beautiful and reflective. And I had to keep ducking and moving to look through the slats of the railing. So the next morning when he was here, I came out here and I cut off the whole entire railing.
Why not? Why break the view?
Exactly.
I love it. Get her done. So the edges are already starting to get hidden with the plants. When they grow up, it'll completely cover up the edges. Look at that forget-me-not right there at the end of the log, a little plant to help soften it up, the transition between the rock and the log. It's the little details like this that is what a certified aquascape contractor brings to the table. And then look at that waterfall. I just noticed this right here. I thought there was a flow, but then I see it starts back there. I wonder how he did that, just to put a little pipe back there, I guess. So did you just put a little pipe in there? What'd you do?
Yeah, there's a pipe, 2-inch line that grabs some water up. You can kind of see it disappearing up there. And then it just goes behind that rock, and it spills out right there. Yeah, there you can see it disappear.
Oh, I see it, yeah.
Right in there.
Yeah, so it's just a gravity flow, and you just wanted to put a little bit of a waterfall right where that rock was.
Just to widen that up at the bottom down there, yeah, and make it.
Moss is already coming in. You establish it, and it will just start spreading, and then that's a way to properly hide a biofalls. That is the biological filter right there. Instead of looking at a tub or above ground container, there's the ledge right there. You can see a little bit of the black edge right there. That's actually the biological filter to keep this thing clean, and it's a beautiful waterfalls. Remember my first one I built out of those was out of a cattle trough, an 80-gallon cattle trough. What's involved with a pond like this from Living Water Landscapes?
So this pond was actually pretty easy to build. We had great access coming in right down there from the road. This pond does not have a skimmer box. Again, we did the intake skim cove.
Because there's a lot of trees and you were worried about overloading a skimmer with maintenance.
Correct. Lots of leaves coming down. So we've got the Aquascape's pump vault, and I think there's 8 Aqua Blocks in there for the intake thing. Aquascape's 6,000 biofalls up here, and we're running, because we're in a skim cove like that, we're running an AquaSurge pump in there because we don't have to worry about that getting clogged up. So we're moving like 7,000 gallons an hour up here.
How many pounds of stone?
15 tons, something like that.
So 30,000 pounds of stone. You have a skim cove, a biofalls, the pump, the lighting, the liner, the underlayment, all of the rock work. What would a project like this all be in for a consumer?
This is another one just over $20,000, $25,000.
This is a absolute steal for $25,000 with plants and fish.
Yeah, plants, fish, lights.
So Cindy, $25,000 investment. Was it a good investment?
Absolutely, 100%.
What about your husband? Does he like it?
Yes, he is out here every night doing work on the deck so he can sit and listen to the tranquil water space. It's almost like being on vacation in your backyard.
Amen. So you spent $25,000 and now you can vacation every single day of the year.
So worth it.
Amen. How does a skim cove work there, Chris?
In here we've got our Aqua Blocks. Right over here we have a
pump vault.
So the pumps are located in there, and all it does is just making that flow come this way. We take the water and put it back up in there. That end right here, so all the debris that ends up on the surface of the pond makes its way here. It's a nice, easy spot. You can see where I'm standing. I can get a net down there and
scoop it out. Right, and when you have leaf loads like this, because they're on the edge of a woods here, that will require less maintenance than a mechanical skimmer that only has a small basket.
Yeah, we have an ion jet on there that controls the string algae. We have an auto doser that's automatically introducing beneficial bacteria in the pond, like an IV. We've got one of the new power heads.
Pond power heads?
Yeah, that is right down here. You can actually see a little bit of the current going out. That way. This cove goes way back in here so the fish can swim up through this little crack right here, and we will put a power head in here to create like a
movement,
little treadmill for the fish.
Here's all the mechanics, and then there's the ion gen to get rid of the algae.
Auto doser's right here underneath this rock.
Oh, I was gonna say, where is the auto doser? Pretty slick right there. So it automatically every day adds bacteria to the water. Good stuff. So you can see the Aqua Block right there, just a little bit of it. So that's where the draws the water in. You can see it right down there. So it's just a modular unit. And look at that, the water actually flows down all the way here with the log.
Yeah, isn't that cool? Yeah, it disappears underneath the rock over there.
The water comes all the way down here in a trickle. That's a good 8 feet from that apex of that waterfall. And the impatiens are fantastic because they just get planted right in the water. And by the end of the season, those impatiens will just be filled up and just softening up, continuing to soften up the edges. But look at the different sizes of the boulders. Some boulders half in the water, half out. Some bigger ones, some smaller. This is how you naturalize a pond edge like that. Just spectacular. And then when you actually come in and place moss like this, the moss will continue to spread and grow. Oh my gosh, hello. How you doing? Ken, the pond guy, Greg, nice to meet you. Hi, Olivia. So Ken, was this your wife's crazy idea and you just went along with it? But you both enjoy it. How do you enjoy it?
Sitting out and relaxing, listening to the water.
So it's a good investment for the family?
Yeah, absolutely.
This never gets old for me, seeing how people live the aquascape lifestyles. My customers' customers. So as a manufacturer of the pond equipment to supply landscapers all over, and especially certified aquascape contractors who I focus on this channel, it's always an enjoyment for me to come out and see how their customers are living the aquascape lifestyle. It's not just the pond, it's the gazebo, it's the outdoor playhouse, it's the hot tub, it's the entire place that is just absolutely fantastic for me to see how families are living the aquascape lifestyle. Hey, if you would like your family to live the aquascape lifestyle too, check out the link below to find a certified aquascape contractor in your place. I love my job.